Yo, what is up guys, Epic Ninja Gamer here, bringing you my top 20 favorite Pokemon. For this list I decided to go with 20 instead of 10 because it was very hard for me to limit my list to just 10 Pokemon. So I just went with 20 instead, because screw it. By the way, all the screenshots and gameplay for this video was from my Radical Red save file, so please like and subscribe, because it took me way too long to obtain all the Pokemon and evolve them up, because I just wanted to beat up some wild Pokemon for this video so it looks interesting, I guess. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's begin with my top 10, not 10, 20 Pokemon. Number 20, Gengar. I have to give respect to the OG Ghost-type Pokemon. Gengar is just an absolutely fantastic Pokemon. It has a great special attack, great speed, and has great moves in Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Dazzling Gleam, and more. It is by far my favorite of all the Kanto trade evolutions, despite the fact that I use an Alakazam in my Fire Red playthrough instead of Gengar. But that time Gengar's stab moves were all physical, so yeah. Although I don't like evolving via trade and Shiny Gengar is trash, I love this Pokemon for just its simple design, its great stats, and its excellent move pool. Number 19, Snorlax. To be honest, I don't use many normal types in my playthroughs. However, Snorlax is an exception as I use it a lot in Kanto playthroughs specifically. Like most normal types, Snorlax has a plethora of coverage, but a lot of it is special. However, it does have excellent physical coverage in Crunch, Brick Break, the Elemental Punches, Earthquake, Zen Headbutt, Rock Slide, and more. Snorlax has a sky-high HP stat with an excellent physical attack and special defense to boot. Although it's quite slow, it has the HP and good enough defenses to tank a hit or two. Overall, highly recommend using a Snorlax if your team has an open slot. Number 18, Samurott. By far my favorite of the Unova starters, Samurott is great. It has great attacking stats, and it has great water moves in Scald, Liquidation, Razor Shell, and Aqua Jet. In terms of coverage, Samurott has some pretty good moves in Ice Beam, Grass Knot, and Mega Horn. Although Samurott could have been a little faster, I'm always going to just choose Oshawott in a Unova playthrough, and also when Legends Arceus comes out. Most people are going to go with the other two, so I felt compelled to choose Oshawott. Also, it's nice to use Samurott outside of Unova. Number 17, Arcanine. If for some reason I couldn't use starters in a Kanto playthrough, or just generally any playthrough, my fire type of choice would easily be Arcanine. Arcanine has just some amazing stats. Not only does it have extremely good attacking stats and a great speed stat, it also has decent defensive stats. Adding that the fire typing is one of my favorite types, and it's excellent move pool. Despite its debut generation not having too many moves other than just fire and normal moves, nowadays, Arcanine has Flamethrower, Flare Blitz, Crunch, Extreme Speed, Wild Charge, Play Rough, and Close Combat. Plus it's a dog. I like dogs. Anyways, moving on. Number 16, Flygon. The OG Ground Dragon type Pokemon, Flygon is just excellent. It has great physical and its speed stats, but its other stats are also pretty decent. In terms of same type attack moves, Flygon has great options in Earthquake, Earth Power, Dragon Claw, Draco Meteor, and Dragon Pulse. Flygon also has a great variety of coverage moves in Steel Wing, Flamethrower, Fire Punch, Crunch, Rock Slide, and U-Turn. It also got Dragon Dance in Gen 8, which is pretty great. Despite there being another Dragon Ground type higher on this list, Flygon is just an easy team member that will always be a part of my Hoenn playthroughs. Number 15, Scizor. Scizor is just plain badass. Bug types are usually seen as relatively weak, but not Scizor. Scizor is my favorite bug type of all time because of several things. The first thing is its awesome design. It looks like a Scyther in an Iron Man suit. How cool is that? Secondly, its typing is excellent. Despite being deathly afraid of fire moves, it has no other weaknesses, which is excellent. Scizor also has a great ability in Technician, which boosts the power of one of Scizor's best moves, Bullet Punch, because Scizor is not only slow, it also has a great physical attack, and it gets boosted by Technician because Bullet Punch is under 60 base power. And it also has great moves in X-Scissor, Bug Bite, U-Turn, Steel Wing, Iron Head, Aerial Ace, Brick Break, and Night Slash. Number 14, Torterra. For a while, Infernape was my default Sinnoh starter, mainly because the fire type options were terrible in Sinnoh, but now it's shifted to Torterra. Torterra has a great design along with a cool typing in Grass and Ground. Torterra does not have too many physical grass moves, just Razor Leaf, Seed Bomb, and Wood Hammer. However, its other moves are pretty great. Earthquake, Crunch, Rock Slide, Stone Edge, and Heavy Slam. Torterra is quite bulky with a great HP and physical defense stats. Its special defense stats are also pretty good. It can take a special hit unless it's an ice move. Torterra also has a special place in my heart because it was the favorite Pokemon of a good friend of mine. I think it might have shifted around a little bit, but I've always associated Torterra with that friend, and I love it for that. Number 13, Decidueye. I only started liking Pokemon rather recently. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Sun, and I was originally going to choose Litten, but Rowlet's adorable design won me over. Unlike Torterra, Decidueye has the best physical grass move, at least in my opinion, Leaf Blade, which is 90 base power, 100% accurate, and has an increased crit ratio. Other moves in Decidueye's arsenal include its signature moves Spirit Shackle, Shadow Sneak, Brave Bird, Blow Sweep, and Sucker Punch. Decidueye has a similar stat spread to Samurott, so all the positives and negatives I talked about with Samurott still apply to Decidueye. But Decidueye's ranked a lot higher than Samurott because A, it's my first ever starter Pokemon, so you know, and secondly, its design. It's an owl with a hoodie, but the hoodie strings are used as a bowstring. That's really, really cool. Number 12, Alolan Ninetales. Yeah, I know the screenshot is just regular Ninetales, but whatever. Anyways, out of all the regional forms, Ninetales is my favorite one because of its Ice Fairy typing and its elegant design. Even with all the new Galarian forms, Alolan Ninetales is still my favorite regional form. It has a great speed stat and a decent special attack stat, which is nice thanks to its also great move pool with Ice Beam, Blizzard, Freeze Dry, Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Extra Sensory, and Dark Pulse. I wish it got Moonblast via level up because it's 95 base power with 100% accuracy, but Dazzling Gleam is a perfectly serviceable fairy move. Normally I wouldn't include Modern Blizzard since 70% accuracy sucks, however Ninetales' hidden ability is Snow Warning, so Blizzard never misses. Also, Aurora Veil is a nice move since it's both screens in one move, although it needs to be Hailing, but you know, Snow Warning. Neat. Number 11, Corviknight. Despite being the only Gen 8 Pokemon on my list, I was always excited for Corviknight ever since its reveal. Corviknight is my favorite out of all the regional birds thanks to its great defensive typing in Flying and Steel, and it's also great at HP and physical defense stats. Thanks to that physical defense stat and access to defense boosting moves such as Iron Defense and Bulk Up, it makes great use of the new move Body Press. It also has great other moves in Drill Peck, Brave Bird, Steel Wing, and Iron Head. Corviknight is also part of two important achievements throughout my time playing Pokemon. The first of which was Corviknight was a part of my Elite Four run in Radical Red, and also was my first ever Masuda Method shiny. That took like a week and like 1,000 eggs, I think. I had so many Riffities that I just shoved into Wonder Trade. And now we move on to my top 10. Number 10, Krookodile. Krookodile is easily my favorite Pokemon from the Unova region. It has a great typing in Ground Dark, which does well against a lot of Unova's big boss battles, including Elisa, Caitlyn, and Chantal. When I saw Sandile in the Isle of Armor trailer, I was just so hyped, because Krookodile is an amazing Pokemon. It has two great abilities in Intimidate and Moxie. I would most likely go with Moxie over Intimidate, but Intimidate's still good. Krookodile has also great moves with Earthquake, Crunch, Darkest Lariat, Rock Slide, Fire and Thunder Fang, Brick Break, and plenty more. It also has a great physical attack and speed stats, along with a pretty great HP stat. Overall, a must-have for any Unova playthrough. Number 9, Espeon. Espeon is my favorite evolution, and it's a great psychic type to use in Johto and the other regions it's available in. It has great special and speed stats, and has some decent coverage moves in Shadow Ball, Grass Knot, and Dazzling Gleam. In terms of psychic moves, it has Psychic, obviously, Psyshock, and Psybeam. Although evolving a Pokemon via friendship is annoying as hell, Espeon is a Pokemon that is worth that annoying process. Number 8, Luxray. Luxray is my favorite electric type Pokemon and a great Pokemon to use in a Sinnoh playthrough. It was also fun to use it in the Isle of Armor. Once more, Luxray has the same stat spread as Decidueye and Samurott. Unfortunately, it's a little worse in Luxray's case because it's a physical electric type. Why is that such a bad thing? Well, physical electric type moves pretty much all suck. Well, at least the ones Luxray has access to. Wild Charge is 90 base power, which is pretty decent, but it deals recoil, which is stupid. And the other two moves it has access to, being Spark and Thunderfang, are quite lacking base power. Its other physical coverage moves are pretty good. Thanks to the Isle of Armor, it has access to the other two elemental fangs via TM instead of breeding, Crunch, which it always had, and in the form of TRs, it has access to Play Rough and Psychic Fangs. Overall, Luxray is an excellent Pokemon, and even with these flaws, I still like it a lot. Number 7. Garchomp. Remember how I mentioned a certain Dragon Ground type Pokemon while I was talking about Flygon? Yep, that's why I'm talking about Garchomp. Garchomp has excellent stats thanks to it being a pseudo-legendary. It has great physical stats and its speed is excellent. It also has a decent special attack, and Garchomp makes good use of those stats with a great move pool, including Dragon Claw, Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Earthquake, Crunch, Brick Break, Flamethrower, Fire Fang, Rock Slide, Stone Edge, Iron Head, and Poison Jab. Garchomp is also my favorite out of all the pseudo-legendaries, thanks to Gibble's early availability in Platinum. It can be caught after beating the second gym, which is excellent. I like Garchomp so much that I would use this Dragon Ground type Pokemon on the same team with a Torterra, a Grass and Ground type. Yes, I like Garchomp so much that I would use it on the same team as another Pokemon that is quad weak to Ice moves. I don't care, it's a playthrough, I can do whatever the hell I want. I do have one problem with Garchomp though. Why did it get a Mega Evolution over Flygon? Like, seriously, Flygon needed that power boost way more than Garchomp ever did. Number 6. Gardevoir. The anime waifu Pokemon. Gardevoir is an excellent Pokemon to use in Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Kalos. Even before the Fairy type was added, Gardevoir was still a great Pokemon. Now with the Fairy type, Gardevoir is even better. It has great special stats and has great moves in Psychic, Psyshock, Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, and Mystical Fire. If there's a Pokemon you should ever use in the 6th generation, or just Hoenn, Sinnoh, or Kalos, go with Gardevoir. Number 5. Nidoking. Nidoking is an excellent Pokemon. Not only does it have quite well-rounded stats, but it has one of the best move pools ever, if not the best. Nidoking can use its physical and special attack stats equally great, and its speed stat is decent. Sheer Force as a hit ability is great, and in terms of moves Nidoking can learn, there are so many options. There is Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, Earthquake, Earth Power, Rock Slide, the Elemental Punches, the Elemental Beams, Mega Horn. I could go on and on and on about Nidoking's coverage, but we need to move on to the other Pokemon on this list. So I'll just leave it here. But Nidoking, just if you can use it, use it. It's a great Pokemon. The coverage will absolutely help you. Number 4. Sceptile. Despite Decidueye being my first ever starter and Torterra being the favorite Pokemon of my good friend, Sceptile is easily my favorite out of all the grass starters. It has a great design and introduced Leaf Blade to the Pokemon world. It has a great move pool, along with the aforementioned Leaf Blade. There's Energy Ball, Giga Drain, Leaf Storm, Dragon Claw, Dragon Pulse, Focus Blast, Aerial Ace, Earthquake, and more. Just like Flygon, Sceptile had access to Dragon Dance thanks to being reintroduced into Sword and Shield. Sceptile's Mega is also great. Seriously, its tail is just a Christmas tree missile. Mega Sceptile's catchphrase would easily be Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Number 3. Lucario. Insert furry joke here. With that out of the way, Lucario is a great Pokemon. Just like Nidoking, it can use its physical and special attacks equally. It's a little more on the fast and frail side, but that's still fine. Lucario is still a great Pokemon. Lucario has access to Aura Sphere, one of my favorite moves, Vacuum Wave, Close Combat, Flash Cannon, Meteor Mash, Psychic, Dark Pulse, Extreme Speed, Earthquake, and more. Also, Lucario's Fighting Steel type is a great pairing with Torterra's Grass Ground type, since Fighting and Steel are both super effective against Ice, Torterra's biggest weakness. Number 2. Greninja. Greninja is easily my favorite water starter. Its abilities excluding Torrent are amazing. Protean is great since all of Greninja's moves are more powerful, and Battle Bond is just amazing. I remember watching the XYZ anime and was absolutely amazed by the Ash Greninja transformation. It has great special attack and speed, and its physical attack is decent, so it makes good of its great move pool, which includes Scald, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, Night Slash, Ice Beam, Grass Knot, and Extra Sensory. I wish Greninja had access to Dark moves a lot more earlier in its learn set, since it doesn't get Night Slash until level 77. What? But still, I love Greninja, and it was my favorite Pokemon for a while. Until... number 1. Charizard. Look, I understand that Charizard is overhyped, but damn do I love Charizard. It's so cool, its design is just so iconic, and its Megas and its Gigantamax form are absolutely badass. It has a great move pool with Flamethrower, Flare Blitz, Fire Punch, Air Slash, Aerial Ace, Dragon Claw, Dragon Pulse, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, and Steel. Charizard has a great stat line with great special attack and speed, and a decent physical attack. But that physical attack is boosted thanks to Mega Charizard X. Mega Charizard X has a great physical attack, and its ability Tough Claws boosts the power of all contact moves, which is a fair amount of Charizard's physical moves. Mega Charizard also gives Charizard the Dragon typing and a cool, edgy black and blue color scheme. Mega Charizard Y is also pretty cool. Now, did Charizard need 2 Megas and a Gigantamax form before Venusaur and Blastoise? No it didn't. But Charizard is still one of my favorite Pokemon in multiple categories, including favorite starter, favorite fire starter, favorite fire type, and just favorite Pokemon overall. You get the point. But Charizard is just a great Pokemon, and I love it. I'm not sure if this will change, but who knows. So that's it. That's my top 20 favorite Pokemon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.